daddy-owned tomb. He's channeling your parents.
Shall you and I go crash their little party?
Klaus?
What it's like when someone takes away your deepest, ugliest pain without your consent. It is both a blessed relief and a complete violation. Sound familiar? Good. Let's start with what you've referred to as the Red Door.
The door to a slaughterhouse, a place where unspeakable deeds dwell in darkness.
You know I'm no stranger to violence. However, I am possessed of a certain control.
Untethered from that control, this is where the deeds are concealed. This is where the first woman I ever loved told me she loved me in return. So where I laid her body after I took her life. No one knows this. My brother loved Tatia as deeply as I did. He still believes that Mother killed her. It's a lie of my creation, and my brother doesn't forgive.
Elijah?
Niklaus, you two. What is this? It's a chambre de chasse.
Let me take a wild guess. Finn! Show yourself!
My magic, my rules. And here I am untouchable. Make yourselves at home. We're gonna be here for a while. This prison is a bit more comfortable than the box.
Let me guess. Elijah is the noble stag and I'm the big bad wolf. Cole, the wily fox.
This isn't about Mother. This is about you. I'm gonna take the thing that matters most to you.
You will release us now.
After sundown.
Your fight is with them, it's not with me.
Wake up! Wake up! Cammy?
Why are you answering Klaus's phone?
Because I can't wake him up.
Elijah claps too. What do we do?
I have no idea.
I must confess, I rather enjoy watching you twist in the wind.
She crossed me, so I crossed her back. Anything that they need to know.
Go enjoy the rest of your mortal life while you still can. What I was interested in was your father. Yet at the first opportunity, you murdered him. Why?
The same reason you took out Esther.
She pinpointed your want, and your true father was at the top of the list. No. And it's not your favorite city. I thought maybe it was Rebekah, but you remained calm. Then I thought it was your favorite brother. Maybe your real father found out what it was and you had to kill him. You were hiding something from me. I'm about to take it from you. Something big, something dark.
You want to know why I killed my father? To reason with them, I removed them.
I don't believe you. You're hiding something all the time in the world to figure out just what that might be. It's a shame for you to lose New Orleans. Have Marcel's betrayal, father's attack, loss of your child.
Age of always and forever. He had all the power in the world. He was the most feared creature in the supernatural world. But he was not free. He had never been free. Not since the day Mikael first raised a hand to him. The birth of Hope Mikaelson changed all of that. It shattered the architecture of paranoia that Mikael had built inside Klaus's mind. It broke the cage of codependency that had trapped the Mikaelson siblings for 1,000 years. It forced Klaus to confront everything he had buried, everything he had feared, everything he had run from. And it gave him a reason to finally break the cycle. To be better, to do better. Not for himself, but for his daughter. In the next chapter, we're going to break down exactly how Hope's birth acted as a catalyst for the deconstruction of Klaus's ego. We're going to look at how he went from seeing his unborn daughter as a tactical weakness to seeing her as a mirror for the lost humanity he had buried 1,000 years before. We're going to talk about what it meant for Klaus to finally have something to lose that was more precious than his own power. And we're going to look at how he started to bridge the gap between his identity as a hybrid predator and his new role as a guardian of innocence. When Klaus Mikaelson first learned that Haley Marshall was pregnant with his child, his first reaction was not joy. It was not excitement. It was rage and fear. He immediately saw the baby as nothing more than a tactical weakness, a target that his enemies could use against him, a crack in the armor he had spent 1,000 years building. He even went so far as to consider killing Haley and the unborn child to eliminate the weakness before it could be used against him. This is the Klaus we had come to know, the man who saw everything and everyone through the lens of power and control, the man who eliminated any threat before it could hurt him, the man who had shut down every part of himself that could feel love or vulnerability to survive. But something shifted, even in those early days, something that would eventually dismantle the very core of who Klaus was. The first crack in the armor came from Elijah. Elijah saw the baby as a chance for redemption. For Klaus, for their family, for all the terrible things they had done over 1,000 years. He made a deal with Haley. He promised to protect her and the baby, no matter what. And he begged Klaus to give the child a chance. To see this not as a weakness, but as a gift. Klaus resisted at first. He clung to his paranoia. He clung to his identity as the monster. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, he started to let his guard down. He started to see the baby not as a threat, but as something he had never dared to hope for. A chance to be different, a chance to be better. This shift did not happen overnight. It was not a single moment that changed everything. It was 1,000 small moments that added up to a complete deconstruction of the ego Klaus had built over 1,000 years. We have to be clear about what we mean when we say ego deconstruction. In psychological terms, the ego is the part of our identity that we present to the world. It is the mask we wear, the story we tell ourselves about who we are. For Klaus, his ego was the monster, the hybrid, the most feared creature in the supernatural world. That was the identity he had built for himself. That was the mask he wore every single day. And Hope's birth shattered that mask. It forced him to confront the parts of himself he had buried, the parts he was ashamed of, the parts he thought were long dead. The first critical shift happened when Klaus started to see Hope as a mirror for his own lost humanity. When he looked at his unborn daughter, he did not see a monster. He did not see an abomination. He saw innocence, he saw purity. He saw a child that deserved to be loved, a child that deserved a better childhood than he had. And in that, he saw a reflection of the boy he had once been. The boy Mikael had broken, the boy he had left behind 1,000 years before. For the first time in his long life, he allowed himself to feel grief for that boy, to acknowledge the pain he had carried for so long, to realize that he was not born a monster. He had been made into one. This is backed up by decades of research on attachment theory, first developed by psychologist John Bowlby and expanded on by Mary Ainsworth in the 1970s. Bowlby's research found that the bond between a parent and child is the most powerful emotional bond a human being can form. For people who did not form a secure attachment to their own parents in childhood, the birth of their own child can act as a corrective emotional experience. It can give them a chance to reparent themselves, to give their child the love, safety, and security they never got, to heal the wounds of their own childhood through the love they have for their child. This is exactly what happened to Klaus. He never had a secure attachment to a parental figure. Mikael was abusive and violent. Esther was distant and neglectful. She sealed away his werewolf side and eventually tried to kill him and his siblings. He never knew what it was like to be loved unconditionally.